I think we really need to start normalising the way that mothers feel. And I think we really need to start normalising the fact that every day is not so rosy. And we do struggle, and it's okay. You know, it doesn't make you a bad mum, like if you're struggling and having a difficult time. So hey everyone, it's Devki here from Devki's Diary. I talk all things mama on this channel, and I love it. But doesn't mean that some days aren't hard. Really what I wanted to do is talk about normalizing the way that we feel as mums, because really and truly, like when I became a mum, I went from really not having any FOMO, being very, very confident in myself and as a person, and feeling confident in my decisions and what I was bringing to the table. So many things. Like I would say overall unaffected by other people's lives until I became a mum. And then all my insecurities I felt like started coming up to the surface level, and I really started struggling with them. This video, I'm going to talk to you about all the things that I struggle with as a mum, and I feel that we need to start normalizing a lot of these feelings. The first thing, would probably only cry watching a really intense Bollywood movie. Like the other day I watched about the Boston Marathon bombing on Netflix. I was in bits, like tears, thinking, oh my God, what if I was there? What if my daughter was there? What would I do? I literally told my husband, I was like, if we are ever in any sort of danger, you just take the baby and run. Like forget me, forget everything. I was like, you take the baby and get out there. Because let's be real, like my husband's way more athletic than I am. He's like, boom, working out 3-4 times a week, you know, goes to this class and that Muay Thai thing and that jiu-jitsu thing, or whatever the hell he does in his time. Take the baby and you go. If I had to sacrifice myself, that's fine. But I was in bits, like I was actually in bits, and really emotional. Like I get really emotional about things. And I know a lot of people will be like, that's okay. But to me, I find like that sort of vulnerability, especially like when it comes out in front of other people, I'm not comfortable with it. I really struggle with that. Like I really struggle with the fact that I get really emotional about things. Other people see me get emotional about things, and I'm gonna be like, I do feel like on some level it makes me feel weak, which is weird. And I'm not afraid of crying. Like I'm happy to cry and happy to let emotion out, but it's just like I feel like it's uncontrollable now, you know? Second thing I really struggle with is the fact that I don't get lions anymore. Like my husband's really great. He gets up with Xavier, he does a lot of the mornings. It's just like what we've got into, because I used to do a lot of the nights and then now he does the mornings. And then he goes to bed super early. I would stay up, get my chill time, watch TV, work on all of this, YouTube, all the things that I really enjoy. On the days that I have to like get up really early with her, he's not feeling great or whatever it may be, he's at work, I feel really jarred. Like I feel really jarred. And I'm trying actively at the moment to get my morning routine under control, to wake up before the baby. Again, how do I, like, I'm barely functioning before the baby. I would love to get up before the baby, and it does happen. On some days, it definitely does happen, and those days are absolutely incredible. But for me to get up consistently before the baby, it means the baby needs to sleep well, which a lot of the time she does sleep well. But what happens in the times where she's unwell or when she's teething? God forbid what's going to happen when she goes to nursery and she's ill all the effing time. Like that means her sleep's effed up. That means my sleep's effed up. So how do I get up before the baby? Because the baby's body clock wakes her up at like 6-7 a.m. every day. My body clock is just dying because it doesn't know how to function. I hate the fact that there is just no lions anymore. Like it's just gone, unless the fact that you are staying away from your child or your child is with somebody else, which we're not yet at that stage at. It's just gone. I remember the days so fondly, you know, when we used to get up at 11, 12, go out. My husband and I would get a call from friends. One time we got a call from a friend really last minute, and we left the house at like 11 to go out. I miss those days, you know? And lastly, what I really struggle with is just the fact that there's no chill. Like there's no off switch, and unless your kid like is actually sleeping. And I hate the fact that, you know, if if my kid hasn't slept properly, like if they haven't napped properly in the day, it will send me into anxiety. If they haven't eaten properly in the day, it will send me into anxiety, because I'm like, oh, will they be full enough? Or if she wakes up in the middle of the night and then she's asking for milk, like what do I, like it just gives me absolute anxiety. And so until they're actually sleeping, there's no chill, which is the weirdest thing, because it's like, what, we've had a kid to just wait for them to sleep. It's just the most bizarre thing. But from my perspective, I just feel that the fact that there is no chill, like you feel like you're constantly on, is something I do really struggle with. And that's why I really do think like having a break and forcing yourself to have a break from your kids is important. And people who can go without doing that, fine, good for you. But I don't know very many people who can. And actually, getting a break really helps me with all of these things, you know? And also just like putting it out there that it's not all flowers and it's not all roses and it's not all sunshine and amazing. But it's also the reminder that nothing worthwhile or nothing absolutely amazing or that gives you the potential to give you so much happiness comes without hard work. Like that is the real lesson that I have learned as a mother in the last kind of 16 months, is to just be like, learn to own the difficult times and not let it consume you. You'll be so much more of a content, happy mother that's able to deal with anything that's going to come her way. Anyway, these are my thoughts. It would be great to chat in the comments in terms of what you thought of this video, but also this video is for me to look back and remember and see how I was feeling and improve and try and be a better mum for my baby tomorrow.